Church Station. Doors are opening. 69th Street train making all stops. Doors are closing. Next stop, Erie Toysdale, a wheelchair accessible station for routes 3 and 56.
Today I have to get my selfie stick and my earphones.
69th Street train making all stops. Doors are closing.
And I'm actually going to leave the voice in. Not going to put no voice over, no music over top of it. I'm just going to let y'all hear the L and everything.
Next stop, Tioga, a wheelchair accessible station for routes 3 and 89.
That ain't been converted into apartments yet. What let me show the old station? Amtrak or whatever it is. Dirty. They got that one already. They converted them.
Doors are opening. 69th Street train making all stops.
You're getting ready to see one of the most famous views that people get tattooed on them from Philadelphia.
Next stop, Allegheny, a wheelchair
That view
accessible
right
station
there.
for routes 3, 60, and 89. For your safety, please do not walk between cars. The air doors are for emergency use only. Thank you.
You'll see it better when we get over here a little bit. It comes in from the left. See it there? That's the famous skyline that everybody gets tattooed. I'll make a still shot in a short so everybody can see it.
Allegheny Station.
I'm glad you don't pick none of the people up on the platforms.
Doors are opening.
It's weird how it don't pick
69th
that up.
Street train making all stops.
This was the old shopping center of
Doors
Kensington.
are closing.
Early 90s down to the 70s, 60s. Now it ain't nothing but a bunch of secondhand shops trying to get a buck.
Next stop, Somerset. A wheelchair accessible station for routes 3 and 54.
There's that beautiful skyline that everybody keeps getting tattooed. Oh, don't worry about it. I was going to get it tattooed also, but then I started noticing when I moved out of state, everybody that was from Philly had it. And then when I come back to Philly, a lot more people have it. So I didn't get it.
Somerset Station.
I like this though a second. This is where the bridge separates. They got those yellow poles up so people don't jump in front of the arrow. This is the main stop where people jump.
Doors are opening. 69th Street train making all stops. Doors are closing.
This old church over here behind this building is my grade school. It used to be visitation. Some people still say it says it and that it is active visitation, but I don't know.
Next stop,
I really don't.
a wheelchair accessible station for routes 3 and
We're getting
39
closer for
at
you.
Episcopal Hospital.
Better view. See what I was saying, how it separates.
Huntington Station.
Yeah. You can definitely tell I don't have my selfie stick on today. Sorry about the shaky rockiness, but I got my hands leaning on the
Doors
L,
are opening.
and I moved with the
69th
L.
Street train making all stops. Doors are closing.
But when we get around this turn up here, we should be able to see the skyline a lot better. A lot better.
Next stop, Northampton.
But
A wheelchair accessible station.
we're
for
coming
routes
up
3,
to
39 and 89.
an old place right here used to be called Kelly's Corner. It was an indoor flea market back in the early 80s or late 70s. I'm not really sure. I'm sure of the late 80s because hell was not before the early 70s or nothing. And I actually worked in that building right there that they converted into a apartment building, but it used to be a doors and windows place called Cavco Aluminum. It's not there no more. Northeast Aluminum bought them bad boys. There's the old York Dolphin sign. Another shopping center, but they got better stores here. These ain't secondhand stores. These guys got it going on. But I definitely got to give a shout out to the jewelry over here. That dude is awesome. If you go in there and spend a couple hours, they hook you up. There was one time I went in there, I wound up spending like $300 on a charm and a necklace,
Doors
and
are
they wind
opening.
up giving me
69th Street train making all stops. Doors are closing.
one of them puppy jackets, Nautica. They wind up giving it to me at half price. It was like marked for like $120. They gave it to me for $60. They're cool as shit.
Next stop, Berks. A wheelchair accessible station for route 3.
I don't know, look at that old bottle up there, the milk factory. go back in the, I guess, the 50s and 60s and 40s. That's where you go and get your milk and shit. I don't know. I just know they made a new football field for Kennington High School over here. It's called Kennington Science and Arts. That's it. And the school, you can't see, that's behind this building here. I thought we'd be able to see the skyline better, but sorry, it did not work out.
Doors are opening. 69th Street train making all stops. Doors are closing. Next stop, Girard, a wheelchair accessible station for routes 5, 15, and 25.
The whole skyline went out of view. That's what they're doing to the old factories. See?
Girard Station. Doors are opening.
There's another old building converted into lofts, apartment, whatever they want to call them. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's also not cool. It's taking a lot of old history. Like, they're knocking this church down right here. Look at the Carvana over here.
For routes 5,
Right
29,
there.
and 43.
Yeah, they're knocking this church right here down. Piece by piece. Inside, they were gutting the other day. It's an old Roman Catholic church. And they put a building up that blocks the skyline. Wow, new building went up, they're going to block the skyline. Because all that's part of the skyline over, like that, is part of the tattoo.
Spring Garden Station.
This is my stop. But put in the chats if you want to go all the way one day to 69th Street from Frankford Terminal to 69th Street. Y'all take it easy.
Doors are